Hey there, welcome into the show. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Senior here with you, and here's what's coming up. The Philadelphia Eagles got a big break with their schedule. Who is the quarterback of the Eagles secondary, according to defensive coordinator Vic Fangio and Ron Jaworski, an Eagles great, one of the top quarterbacks in the history of this organization, compared Quinyon Mitchell to a Hall of Fame cornerback, and that might surprise you. Who is it? We'll tell you. No matter where you are, how you're tuned in, we're glad that you're hanging out here on today's episode of Eagles Now. Topic number one, Eagles got a big break. What do I mean by that? Let's dissect it. So Philadelphia will go on the road and take on the Los Angeles Rams. Sunday Night Football, Week 12, kickoff set for 8:20 p.m. Eastern, 5:20 p.m. Pacific, SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California, in the shadows of Los Angeles. The Eagles, 3-point favorites in this game, and the over-under set at 49.5. Philadelphia here has a little bit of a schedule edge. First of all, the Birds are coming off a mini bye, having played against the Commanders and beating Washington, their NFC East rival, on Thursday Night Football. So they have a few extra days of rest prior to traveling across the country to take on Los Angeles. The Rams might be home, but last week in Week 11, they played on Sunday, and they traveled all the way across the country to Foxborough in a win against the New England Patriots. And a large percentage of fans will be Eagles fans at SoFi Stadium. I did my due diligence as the host of this program, and I reached out to Vivid Seats for their fan forecast. And I got a great response from Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats ticket marketplace data found that when the Eagles went to SoFi Stadium in Week 5 of last year, the average ticket price was $290, making this weekend's matchup 10% more in demand. Overall, the Eagles-Rams matchup trending as the second hottest NFL ticket this weekend, with an average price of $318 and the best deal being $190. Fans are traveling 396 miles on average to catch the Eagles take on the Rams at SoFi Stadium during primetime. And how about this? Vivid Seats tells me that 52% of the crowd will be rocking midnight green and Kelly green. So it is going to be loud, favoring Philadelphia with this game home away from home for the Birds. Routinely, visiting teams with a rabid fan base have been able to take over SoFi Stadium. The Eagles have one of, if not the best traveling fan base in the NFL. And it's a worldwide and countrywide fan base. So many Eagles fans are already living in Los Angeles, and a lot of people who are in Philadelphia trying to escape the cold climate, head out to California, have some fun, and catch the Birds take on Los Angeles. So there's that, but we're not done. You look at the Eagles' schedule here. Week 12, on the road against the Rams. Week 13, on the road against the Ravens, but Baltimore not far from the city of brotherly love. Week 14, the Eagles will return to the friendly confines of Lincoln Financial Field and take on one of the worst teams in the NFL in the Carolina Panthers. Difficult game awaits. Week 15 against Pittsburgh. That defense is for real. I think the Steelers sneakily are a contender in the NFC. And then the final three games. Close game against the Commanders as far as distance traveled. Week 17, the Eagles will be at home against the Cowboys, and they stay at home. Week 18 against the New York Giants. Not only can I talk about the Eagles, I can make some pretty cool graphics. And let's pop that graphic up. Obviously, Philadelphia is traveling across the country to Los Angeles to play the Rams outside of LA. This is the last time on the 2024 schedule that the Eagles will have to board a plane after this week because they're taking on the Rams in California. Ravens and Commanders are a bus trip away. And then you have home games against the Panthers, Steelers, Cowboys, and New York Giants. That's a pretty big schedule break because last year the Eagles did have to travel a lot and they had a few rest disadvantages built within that schedule. You look at the NFC playoff picture. This could do wonders for Philadelphia as far as playoff seeding. Right now, they're the number 2 seed behind the Detroit Lions. The Lions, 9-1. Philadelphia, 8-2. You have the Cardinals playing really good football under former Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. Number 3 seed, surprisingly. Atlanta Falcons skidding a little bit, but still leading the NFC South. And then the 3 wildcard teams, Minnesota at 8-2, Green Bay at 7-3, Commanders at 7-4. One of the top games with playoff implications this week, by the way, Packers-Niners at Lambeau Field. That could go a long way in determining a playoff spot as we project down the road. So predict it. What seed will the Eagles be in the NFC? You factor how they're playing right now, how the schedule favors them getting this big break. Let me know down in the comment section right now. So that was topic number 1 here on the show. 2 more topics to get to. Who is the quarterback of the secondary according to Vic Fangio, who's coaching his tail off right now? And then Ron Jaworski compared Quinyon Mitchell to who? Let's get to our sponsor, though, and pay our bills. DraftKings, making today's Eagles now possible, the best sports book in the game. And sports gambling has really taken off thanks to our friends at DraftKings. The app, easy to use. They always have the best odds and the best deals for bettors out there. When you bet $5, you get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Here's some more information on that. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time here, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. And we naturally look ahead to Eagles-Rams. The Birds 3-point road favorites. The over-under at 49.5. Odds and lines subject to change. Myself and Chip, we host a 76ers channel. That's why the code is SixersChat, the Philadelphia crossover. As for the quarterback of this defense and in that secondary, Vic Fangio calling Reed Blankenship the big leader of that back end. Here's the quote from Fangio. "It's amazing," he said, "how all 3 of Reed Blankenship's picks have looked the same. He's done a good job. He quarterbacks the secondary, leads the communication between them and the linebackers, so he's very, very valuable." Not only has Reed Blankenship been valuable to Vic Fangio on this Eagles defense, but also to the Eagles pocketbooks. His numbers this year, he has legitimately been one of the top safeties in the NFL, and the going rate for his services, very low, and we'll take a look at the salary coming up here thanks to our friends at Spotrac. Overall PFF grade, 79.3. Coverage grade, 73.3. Run defense grade, 85.5. Reed Blankenship has a passer rating when targeted of 61.5, and he has those 3 interceptions, which have all come in clutch spots. And like Vic Fangio noted, have all been the same. Diving picks, playing center field safety, making a beat on the football, coming through with the huge play against Green Bay, against New Orleans, and against Washington. And this goes down as another great Howie Roseman move. Reed Blankenship, playing like one of the top safeties in the game, has a base salary this year under $1 million, $985,000, a cap hit of 1.3. And remember when Philadelphia extended him? Well, they extended him through 2025, and they gave him guaranteed money through the duration of his contract, $1.7 million base salary in 2025, and a $2 million cap hit, set to be an unrestricted free agent after the 2025 season. And Philadelphia got good value on him from the jump because he was a UDFA out of Middle Tennessee in 2022. Topic number 3 on the show here today. Ron Jaworski said what about Quinyon Mitchell? look, Ron Jaworski was a great NFL analyst back in the day for ESPN. I frankly miss him on the ESPN airwaves. ESPN as a network has gone firmly downhill over the last few years. It's disappointing. That's why what we do is very special. But Jaworski as a player, too, rocking the midnight green. Excellent quarterback, helped lead the Eagles to the Super Bowl all the way back in 1980. They ended up losing that game against the Oakland Raiders. And as far as Quinyon Mitchell goes in the overall numbers, he really is putting together a spectacular year, which led to Jaws saying something very complimentary of him. Quinyon, second in the NFL among all corners in forced incompletion percentage at 23.4%. He is third in forced incompletions in general. Overall PFF grade of 72.5, that's very good, and a coverage grade of 73.2. Honestly, for Quinyon, the numbers, according to PFF, don't back up how good he's been. He's been even better than what the numbers indicate. As far as his passer rating allowed, when targeted, 71.4, and he's giving up a completion rate of 51.1%. And even though he's not getting targeted that much because Guantanamo Bay, he's put other receivers on lockdown, he's still tied for 14th in the NFL in pass breakups with 8. And week by week, he's been getting it done. And week after week, he's been balling out, providing the Eagles with a shutdown corner on the outside, an island corner who can play in zone, he can play man, he makes plays on the football, great instincts, great mechanics as well with the flip of the hips, the back pedal, the acceleration, the long speed. That 4.3 40-yard dash is certainly translated to the next level. He ran that when we were at the NFL Combine in Indy back in March. But look at this week-by-week production here. He gave up 1 catch for 6 yards against the Packers, 1 catch for 5 yards against Drake London, 2 catches for 23 to Chris Olave, 2 catches for 19 yards to Mike Evans, who has 1,000 yards every year that he's been in the NFL, going on a decade-long run there. Amari Cooper, 1 catch for 10. Malik Neighbors, welcome to the NFL as well. 1 catch for 9. Jamar Chase, he's put up stupid numbers this year. Against Quinyon Mitchell, 2 grabs for 19. Against the Jags as a team, Quinyon giving up 1 catch for 11. C.D. Lamb, 2 catches for 14. And Terry McLaurin, he pitched a shutout like Roy Halladay at Citizens Bank Park way back in the day. As for what Jaws said about him, my immediate reaction was Deion Sanders. The hip turn, the head movement. It was just reminiscent to me in a flash of Deion Sanders. I know that is pretty high company, but that's what I saw. That's what Ron Jaworski said after watching some Quinyon tape. And his RAS score, thanks to MathBomb and the pre-draft process, I remember being in Indianapolis, providing all of you with some great content while at the NFL Scouting Combine. Quinyon Mitchell was my number 1 corner going into the Combine. And then I watched him run a 4.33 40-yard dash, and I said, yeah, he's my number 1 corner. And I really want the Eagles to take him, and I want Philadelphia to make him their first corner taken in the first round since Lito Shepherd, all the way back in 2002. Now, the green, all elite numbers here as the MathBomb scores are judging athletes on a scale of 0 to 10. So Quinyon earned a 9.75 relative athletic score grade. Very good. The height, 6 feet, not bad. Really good vertical. That's that short area quickness and explosion. But look at the 10-yard split. Look at the 20-yard split and the 40-yard dash. All elite right there, and we have seen that translate. And the ball skills from Toledo translate. 44 pass breakups his last 2 years in college. All he's done at the NFL level is make plays on the football. A reminder, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so here on Eagles Now for the most informative, insightful, thought-provoking Eagles coverage right here on the internet. And be sure to give me a follow on social media. I'm on X at Chase_Senior and Instagram at Chase_Senior as well.